Well, Saliba's season for Arsenal seems like it's over, and he last played a game for Arsenal until the 13th of August. Sorry, on the 13th of March. That's when he last played a game for Arsenal, and he walked off in the 21st minute. Welcome to Rokani Media Football, and that is David Austin, who has gone ahead to break that story of William Saliba with his contract situation followed with that of Bukayo Saka. And we are also discussing the huge game that is going to be played in the preseason, Manchester United versus Arsenal down in America, USA, and that game has already been scheduled, confirmed, with Edu coming out and really giving his thoughts about that beautiful game of football between Manchester United and Arsenal down in America. Hope you know what it means. Vibes on vibes as United takes on Arsenal down in America. Ten Hag meeting Mikel Arteta for the third time ever since he became a United manager. And lastly, Martin Odegaard has gone ahead and really reflected on how he felt when Reece Nelson scored that winner against Bournemouth at Emirates. He says he has never heard Emirates roar like they roared onto that day. Now, let's see close to 100 likes or 200 likes match in this video as we really broadcast to you the best that you guys deserve and obviously want here onto our beautiful channel. Now, David Austin, William Saliba is likely going to miss the rest of the season. There is no new information about Saliba's contract situation. Saka's deal has been agreed. So he's so much close to the Arsenal side. And when stories like this drop up, you understand why he's really trying to put it up. Towards the game of Man City, he was the first journalist that really came out and told us that don't expect William Saliba to take part in the game of Man City. Then he told us that William Saliba is not going to find himself in a position of really playing any game for Arsenal until the end of the season, meaning that the back injury has gone ahead to persist and pain is not really coming to an end. And this is one of the trickiest injuries I've seen in the world that does not even require treatment, but you just need to be massaged, you rest, and obviously find yourself in a position of really getting that back to normal. So it's really so much weird for William Saliba that his season is really coming to an end. He really had a very incredible season and he really got out of the team of Arsenal when Arsenal really needed him most. And to make it worse, the moment Arsenal would have taken Ben White to play in the right side of the central defense where Saliba usually played, that's when Tomiyasu would have gone ahead to sit in for him as a right back for Arsenal, also got an injury. And remember, Cedric Soares was already loaned to a side called Fulham, where he's playing right about now. So as it stands, it's really hard for Arsenal to find themselves in a position of really getting William Saliba back. But it really shows you that these are warning signs. Never start up your season when you're having only one player to play into that position of that quality, meaning that Mikel Arteta in the summer, he should plan on really bringing either another right back or another right-footed central defender. If at all he brings in another right back, that means Ben White will be seen as the ideal backup for William Saliba to play as the right back, so to play as a right-footed player in the central defense of Arsenal. If at all he signs in a right-footed central defender, that means that Mikel Arteta would have gone ahead to make a decision that Ben White and Tomiyasu are the two right backs for Arsenal until the end of the season. Then that will call for the selling of Cedric Soares, because that will be confirmation that his services are no longer needed at the club of Arsenal. So William Saliba, it's really hurting that he's really out of the remaining games of Arsenal, because we can come out and say that the trophy is for City to lose. That's it. Because if at all they win their two games they have in hand, they'll be how many points? They'll be 4 points ahead of Arsenal, and it will require Man City to draw like two games or lose one game and draw one for Arsenal to catch up on them. That is not something that Man City is going to go ahead and do, but that cannot stop Arsenal from doing what they're supposed to do. I think if at all Arsenal pile more pressure on Man City and win more and more games, I think would love to see this trophy at least being given out on the second last match day or the last day of the league. So let's see Arsenal not crumbling again. Let Arsenal get back to their foot and do the needful, even though they're not having William Saliba. On his contract situation, it's really lacking, and no further information has been given about his contract situation currently happening in at Arsenal. But for Bukayo Saka, a deal has been agreed and it's going to be announced very, very soon. So for William Saliba, it's all about the money. He wants to stay at Arsenal, but he wants £150,000 per week plus. Arsenal are willing to give him £120,000 a week, but the player is calling in for £150,000 a week. And for Arsenal, they have nothing to do. They have to gift him such a big contract, because I think Arsenal can survive without Martinelli, but with William Saliba, I think it's hard for them to survive, because they've gone ahead to really have no player in the world that is really of the quality of William Saliba. So William Saliba is among the top 5 centre-backs in the world in his age. So you wouldn't like to lose out on a defender like him. But for Martinelli, very many wide forwards are in the world that you can get at a cheaper price. They can come in and really get the job done and dusted. But for William Saliba, I don't see very many defenders that can fit his profile. I think Kim Min-jae, and Kim Min-jae is like 24 years of age. William Saliba is just 21, 22. And that means if you let William Saliba go on a free, you are losing out on money. So it's better you tie William Saliba on a long contract, get him the money that he wants, and obviously see him really continue to get back to the levels he's supposed to be on at Arsenal. For Bukayo Saka, I think the contract is just some weeks away from announcement, and I think we can't wait to see how that is going to be handled by the team of Arsenal. Now, after all that, there is a very huge announcement that has been made today, and it has been all about the preseason. You know, teams are preparing for the preseason, and it looks like Arsenal is going to spend most of its preseason in America like they did last season. And they have a reason to be in America, because America gave them blessings to compete for the trophy, though they look like they've gone ahead to really throw it down to Man City. That is official. Arsenal will face Premier League rivals Manchester United at the MetLife Stadium in New York on Saturday, July, as part of the preparations for the 2023-2024 season. That is July 22nd. That means we'll be like some weeks away from the start of the season, because I believe the start of the Premier League will be around 14th August or 13th August, around there. That's when the season will begin in full swing. So as it stands, the fixture has been confirmed. United versus Arsenal, MetLife Stadium in New York. So it's a huge one. You know, in such fixtures, there are no friendlies. As I told people that when United was really beating Liverpool in the Thailand Cup at the beginning of the preseason of 2022, there was no friendly in it. It was all about the rivalry between United and Liverpool. You know, when you are rivals, or when you are rivalries, even when you play a friendly game, it's beyond a friendly game. You saw it when Arsenal was playing Chelsea in America. You know, Arsenal went ahead and put 4 goals past Chelsea. So it never comes near a friendship match. No, it's always a battle and it's always a rivalry. And I think Arsenal and Manchester United will never be a game that is just a friendly. That's it. With these two managers coming in through and really raising the levels of these teams back to really trophy-winning levels, I think it's all about these teams to rival. And I think it's really something great to see how these two teams would have reached the levels, because I think by the time they play themselves, every team would have gone ahead to play at least 2 games in the preseason, and then the players' physical sharpness would have gone ahead to really be there to nearing 90% fit. So we'll be having a very good game, and we'll enjoy it down in America. And here on Rokani Media Football and the United Matters channel, we'll be here to bring you what that game of football is all going to be about. And July sounds like it's far, but guys, July is just May, June away. So after May, and remember the season is ending on 28th May, you know, FA Cup being played on 3rd, and I think the Champions League finale will be played around the 10th. So that means we would have rested for like 1.5 months without the game of football, and then we'll be watching that beautiful game of football being played in America. But the sporting director of Arsenal, that is Edu, has gone ahead and really talked about this beautiful fixture between United and Arsenal. And this is what Edu had to really rectify onto this game. He said the plans for preseason are making good progress, with the match against Manchester United in New York being another important part of our preparations. Playing against strong opposition in a great stadium in front of so many of our supporters in New York will provide Mikel and the squad with the strongest test and great experience ahead of the new season. We've now announced 2 matches in USA July and look forward to announcing further details of our preseason. I think the first one was against Dortmund. Also, Arsenal is going to face Dortmund in USA. So, and I think they have some 1 or 2 games left to announce. Sorry about that, to put their season to where they want to be. So it shows you that Arsenal are really following their plan, and obviously the plans have already been put there for you. And I think this match, the tickets for this game are really going to be sold out in the next 2 or 3 days. That's it. If you are going to want to watch this game in America, you need to buy your ticket as soon as possible, because if at all you don't really do the needful, you are not going to find yourself into the reach of really getting these tickets. And let me see, MetLife Stadium, what's its capacity? MetLife Stadium is having a capacity of 82,500 people. So don't at any one time delay thinking that you are going to find yourself in a situation of really getting these tickets, unless otherwise you want to get it expensively. I know there are those people that are really going to go and buy them in plenty, and they will sell them on a ridiculous price in July. So that is a very huge business in the Western world. And if at all you don't want to find yourself in a situation of really losing out on everything, you need to find yourself on really buying this ticket early enough so as not to miss out on this game of football, because it's really going to be so much good and you're going to be enjoying it into that side of America. So that fixture has been confirmed. Arsenal versus Manchester United on the 22nd of July, and it's going to take place in the MetLife Stadium, that is in New York. So let's wait and see how everything is going to pan out as that goes on. Now, lastly, Odegaard has gone ahead and really said something about the Bournemouth game that saw Arsenal win it 3-2 coming from behind. He said, with Reece Nelson scoring, I remember going down on the floor and celebrating and seeing the staff onto the pitch. I don't think I've ever seen the Emirates like that. I can't explain the feeling. It was a crazy, beautiful moment. At that time, I just remember being exhausted mentally and physically. It is the craziest game I've been involved in. I think it's impossible to describe the feeling when we go to the winner late on after fighting so hard. That is Martin Odegaard for you, coming out and revealing to us the best that he expected from the team of a side known as Arsenal and Bournemouth. So that's what you had for you here onto the Rokani Media Football. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. What do you think about William Saliba's season over and Arsenal versus Manchester United fixture that has been confirmed by both parties in America, and Edu coming out and really giving his thoughts about that fixture down in America. So I sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. But don't forget to subscribe, guys. Subscribe to this channel. How do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, do that and hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time we upload a video onto this channel. I repeat, this is Rokani David onto the Rokani Media Football, and you've been enjoying what we call the Arsenal News Show, and I think you've enjoyed it, though news coming in from the Saliba situation is not really rosy or good for the ears. Mia.